In this video, we take a look at the latest XRP news. Will XRP be able to fly to the moon? Right answers in the comments. Participants in the cryptocurrency market have recently begun debating Ethereum Gate, which refers to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, supposedly granting preferential treatment to the Ethereum Foundation. With XRP attorney John Deaton admitting that he has seen papers relating to the alleged wrongdoings, it is expected that these events are only the start of a lengthy investigation. The discussion around Ethereum Gate heated up when Steven Nureyev, an early advisor at the Ethereum Foundation, said in a September 17, 2020, tweet that the foundation was concealing the true number of ETH purchasers during the cryptocurrency's 2014 initial coin offering, IQOO. CoinGate previously published XRP lawyer John Deaton's disclosure that he has seen some of their receipts that might reveal the truth regarding the ICO figures. While consenting to examine the data, the lawyer reportedly alluded to Ethereum when he said that he could not release the identities due to attorney-client privilege. This signifies that Nureyev signed a contract with attorney Deaton. This might imply that Deaton will defend the former advisor in court if necessary. Another attorney, Fred Rispoli, underlined that the attorney-client privilege might have far-reaching consequences in the future. He cautioned that the collaboration might have far-reaching consequences with very big things to come. Does this imply that Nureyev will sue the Ethereum Foundation over the framing of fraud charges? Attorney Deaton is well known for his belief that the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission promoted Ethereum while making the Ripple project a scapegoat in its enforcement efforts. As a result, a prospective lawsuit on Nureyev's behalf might be filed in the coming months. Blockchain, the groundbreaking technology behind cryptocurrencies, has prepared the way for a decentralized financial environment. The absence of a defined regulatory framework, on the other hand, has often been a subject of disagreement between blockchain enthusiasts and regulatory organizations. Recently, Ripple's chief legal officer, Stuart Alderoty, and XRP supporter, John E. Deaton, moved to social media to call out SEC chair Gary Gensler for his anti-crypto comments. Their claims came in response to Gensler's Bloomberg interview, in which he urged for the application of securities regulations to cryptocurrencies in order to avoid fraud and manipulation. The critique comes at an opportune moment, as the crypto sector, represented by companies like Ripple and Coinbase, has been aggressively pursuing regulatory clarification in the United States in order to stimulate innovation and investor protection. Alderoty criticized Gensler's approach, accusing him of disregarding court rulings and hurting the drive for regulatory certainty. Deaton, on the other hand, expressed similar worries, underlining the need of investor protection against the SEC's anti-crypto stance and hypocrisy. The argument goes beyond words. Deaton is a powerful voice in the crypto legal sphere, representing a sizable percentage of XRP holders. The issue sparked more discussion in the cryptocurrency community, with Steven Nureyev, an early Ethereum consultant, remarking on the $19.02 trillion loss-of-use family wealth during the housing crisis, which occurred under regulated institutions. He hints at irony by doubting the efficacy of legislation in protecting individuals against fraud and manipulation. Furthermore, Deaton plans to interview Nureyev on CryptoLoud about Ethereum's initial coin offering, ICO, and potential SEC manipulation. In addition, federal courts have labeled the SEC's statements in previous litigation as arbitrary and capricious, with Judge Netburn in the Ripple case labeling the SEC's conflicting views as disingenuous. The continuing legal and public debate shows the maze of regulatory uncertainty that has ensnared the cryptocurrency business. Despite these intense debates, the basic problem has not changed: the critical need for a fair and transparent regulatory framework that supports innovation while protecting investor interests in the quickly growing blockchain field. Attorney John Deaton, the creator of Crypto Law Us, has dropped 3 indications about his upcoming big announcement, which he plans to make later today. Deaton tweeted earlier this week that if all goes as planned, he would make a huge announcement today, September 22. The post left the XRP community in suspense, with many asking attorney Deaton for tips to help them prepare for the so-called big announcement. Notably, Deaton ultimately revealed 3 clues when Jungleins 2.0, a renowned XRP fan, asked for information about the announcement. Can we get a hint on what the possible announcement tomorrow might be? John Deaton, the XRP enthusiast, inquired. The pro-XRP lawyer responded by noting that the major news is centered on an image he linked to the tweet, the XRP ledger, XRP, or the ETH eco story. The first hint came in the form of an image showing Deaton intently reviewing some paperwork. Although the contents of the documents were not visible in the image, XRP aficionados believe they may be related to the current SEC Ripple litigation. If this is correct, Deaton may be providing a substantial update on the case later today. Notably, attorney Deaton is extensively involved in the action as an amicus curiae, representing thousands of XRP holders. Deaton's assistance in the litigation aided Ripple's partial success against the SEC. Deaton's second indication was that the announcement may be regarding XRP. Notably, XRP is a decentralized public blockchain that is critical to the XRP coin's operation. If Deaton's statement is on the XRP, the crypto world may see him offer the most recent information about the top blockchain technology. It is worth noting that Deaton does not typically remark on XRP's technology. His Bitcoin tweets have largely focused on the SEC Ripple litigation. Remember that leading crypto stakeholders, including Deaton, recently participated in a big conversation over the Ethereum ICO. This comes after Steven Nureyev, an early Ethereum advisor, raised concerns about possible SEC manipulation before and after the ICO. Nureyev also claimed that Ethereum breached the conditions of its initial coin offering, ICO, and that it is impossible to determine the number of investors that took part in the event. Deaton said shortly after Nureyev's accusation that he was working on putting the early Ethereum advisor on his Crypto Law TV program. Attorney Deaton is expected to announce later today that Nureyev will appear as a guest on an upcoming edition of the program. Meanwhile, it's difficult to predict the precise contents of Deaton's major statement. Several XRP community members, however, have opted to remain silent and wait for the top lawyer to make the major statement today, as promised. The tweet on X included a photo of garlinghouse standing in front of the SEC headquarters, along with the remark Gensler did not invite them in. While in Washington, garlinghouse stated he had to snap a selfie in front of the SecGov building. If you're wondering, no, Chair Gensler did not invite us in. This is the second issue between the SEC and Ripple Labs. The SEC has tried to overturn a judge's decision in Ripple's legal struggle. The SEC said in a court filing that the judge's finding raised complicated legal problems that required consideration by a federal appeals court before the matter could be resolved. Garlinghouse voiced his displeasure with the case and the SEC strategy in an interview with Bloomberg. He claimed that Ripple has already spent more than $100 million on the legal fight, underscoring the company's dissatisfaction with the process. In a Bloomberg interview, Garlinghouse was questioned about Gensler's gloomy views on Bitcoin, and he answered, "Gary Gensler is a hammer, and everything looks like a nail." The regulatory crosshairs were drawn last year when Celsius Network, Voyager Digital, FTX, and other large firms went bankrupt, affecting millions of investors in an instant. Since then, investors, skeptics, and traders have hoped for the passage of a crypto-friendly regulation package. Ripple is riding high with its partial victory, and CEO Brad Garlinghouse decided it was the perfect moment to lead a group of top executives to Washington, D.C. for the high-stakes crypto bill with Congress. On July 13, 2023, U.S. District Judge Annalisa Torres issued a summary judgment order, essentially approving Ripple's commercial activities in the United States. The decision highlighted that the business did not violate U.S. securities law by distributing XRP tokens through cryptocurrency exchanges. While the SEC seeks permission to appeal this ruling, a jury trial looms on the horizon, perhaps beginning in the second quarter of 2024. It allowed Ripple to re-enter the U.S. market. CEO Brad Garlinghouse is leading the conversations with Congress, along with important players such as Chief Legal Officer Stuart Alderodi and Vice President Rob Grant. Garlinghouse has emphasized the need of direct connection with political officials, noting can't get regulatory clarity without actually engaging with the elected officials who are proposing bills. However, the original draft to reshape how cryptocurrency assets are handled in the banking sector was roundly rejected by several Democrats on the committee. They feel the plan favors the crypto business too much, which might lead to financial concerns and fraud. However, we have witnessed a shift in sentiment with Senator Elizabeth Warren's recent Digital Asset Anti-Money Laundering Act, which received support from 9 senators, raising concerns about the possible effect on Bitcoin and institutional engagement in the crypto market. Overall, Ripple's visit to Washington, D.C. represents a significant change in the company's approach to the U.S. market. Ripple's new look is fearless. Previously hampered by the SEC case, Ripple's dealings with US-based customers and partners were restricted. The victory has bolstered the company's morale, and they are eager to reclaim the market with a new vision and new policies. The amended Financial Innovation and Technology for the 21st Century Act, as well as the Clarity for Payment Stablecoins Act of 2023, are among the important legislation under consideration. The latter measure is still gaining support from members of the United States Congress. Ripple, as the torchbearer in all crypto regulatory issues, will lead this conversation, opening the door to additional adoption in the horizon.